What's up, y'all? It's Wayne. Check out Undisputed every Friday to hear my hottest takes from the week in sports. From the Cowgirls to Coach Prime to LeBron. Undisputed is your go-to for the best sports debates from me, Skip, and the crew. Tune in and follow us on foxsports.com, the Fox Sports app, YouTube, and anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. Probably just going to do another relationship advice episode because I don't really have no other things to talk about. I can't think of anything else to talk about. I would do a random talk, but yeah, it might not be that long. So anyways, yeah. So let's read this first one. It says, my flatmate, what's a flatmate? Anyways, keeps giving me little kisses when he thinks I'm asleep. How do I ask him to do it when I'm awake? That sounds kind of weird, but anyways, I don't know. Like, maybe it could be something just like, I don't know, like he's just doing, like if he's full on making out with you while you're asleep, then yeah, then that's, that's weird. But like if he thinks you're asleep and then he might be awake and then he's like, oh, okay, I guess I'm going to crash too, looks over and gives you a little kiss. It's kind of like when a person, it's like a photo or something like near and dear to their heart. They'll look at that photo, kiss it, put it back in things. Like it could be like of a loved one. That's how I'm thinking of it. Like I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with that. Like, if she does that, I'm just like, oh, okay, she really loves me and things. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, but if they're full on, like, if you woke up to them making out with you, then, yeah, that's where it's like, yo, that's weird. That's weird. But, anyways, she goes on to says, I'm going to call him Jake to make this a lot easier to tell. LOL. Alright, but anyways, she goes on to say, so we met because we're on the same course at, I believe it's university, I don't know, and both needed flatmates. When we moved out of halls in second year, we're generally pretty different, but we get on like a house on fire, and I couldn't have asked for a cooler flatmate. Oh, so I guess it's like, it's a room. Oh, I didn't know whether like flatmate meant like a significant other or something. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, that's weird too. That's weird. If it's somebody that I'm not or like not in a relationship with, then yeah, I'm like that's a little odd. I'm like I definitely would check him on that. I'm like no, don't you don't gotta do that. Like we ain't even in a relationship. That's kind of weird. Like and then it's like yeah, I don't know if you got feelings for him, then it maybe talk to him about it and things, and then try to see if it can turn into a relationship. But let's continue on reading. But overall, she thinks that the guy is cool and stuff. So Jake's a pretty casual, physically affectionate guy in general. Huge hugger, will casually put his arm around me or any of his mates. When we're sitting side by side, I think we all know the sort of thing I mean. I'm not as much that way as he is because I was kind of raised in a men don't hug kind of household where physical affection was rarely given, if it was given at all. But I'm cool with him being like that and actually kind of appreciate it. We all need a hug sometimes, right? Yeah, I agree. I feel like there's times when we need hugs and stuff. So anyway, she goes on to say, honestly, we're currently on lockdown and we're both elected to stay at our flat instead of going home to our families. Him because he has a lot high risk people in his and doesn't want to risk potential being. See, I knew this was gonna have something to do with the coronavirus. I had that like made up in my mind that this is gonna have something to do with the coronavirus. Like as soon as I seen the title and things. But anyways, so then so potentially high risk of I don't even know what that word is, but it sounds like it has something to do with lungs. I don't know. The word spells out ASYMPTOMATIC. Yeah, I don't know what that says, but it sounds like an asthma issue. But anyways, carrier me, because honestly, 3 weeks or more stuck in the house with my family sounds like, oh, it's not good. It's not good. But anyways, so far it's been great. Now for some context, I have a condition which means I'm incredibly tired, sleepy a lot. As such, I have a kind of funky sleeping pattern. Oh, she might got narcolepsy. That might be the case. That might just be the case. I don't know. But basically, most days I have to force myself to get up in the morning, then take a nap, sometimes a couple in the middle of the day, and go to bed at a reasonable. But go to bed at a reasonable. Maybe she meant like forgot hour. I don't know, but not too early time. Not too early time so that I get enough, but not too much sleep at night. It helps keeps my fatigue in check and stops me from literally just sleeping 15 hours at a time every day. I have good days where I don't need the nap and bad days where I don't manage to drag myself out of bed at all. But how I just described is how most of my days look. This is relevant, I promise. Oh, so is he like waiting for you to go to sleep, then he just hauls off and starts kissing you? Then yeah, I'm like, yeah, definitely that man might be on to something. And you're gonna have to, I don't know, get a whistle and just start blowing it as loud as possible one day when he thinks you're asleep, but you're really awake at things. But so she goes on to say, when I take midday naps, I usually do on the sofa in the living room because it's far easier to get up afterwards than it is if I nap in my bed. No, I agree. Like, if that's how I am, if I sleep in my bed, then it's gonna probably be hard for me to get up. But if I'm like in a car seat, prime example, that's like the second most place I've taken naps in is a car seat. I can easily get up from like that and things, be like, oh, okay, let me get up. I'm not that person like, oh, no, I'm just going to sit in the car. Like, wherever that person's going, that's where I'm going. So, anyways, and she goes on to say, Jake is generally out when I take these naps, but he has said he's fine with it if he's here since they're generally only 30 to 60 minutes, and I'm a pretty heavy sleeper and prefer a bit of background noise while I kip anyway, so if he wants to watch TV or whatever while I'm napping, it's no issue. Since quarantine, he's obviously been here every time. He's been very accommodating and sweet about it. Our living room can get pretty cold, so if I fall asleep without a blanket, read most times, lol. What does that mean? You know what? Moving it on. He'll pop one over me so I don't freeze. Oh, that's good. It started out being just that. I'd fall asleep without a blanket and wake up with one. Then a couple of times I woke up and he was sitting up on top of the couch, one of the corner sofas. So I was on one part of the L. He was on the other bit, if that makes sense. I kind of had like a visual, like you're asleep on the couch, then he's sitting like on the armrest part. I'm guessing that's what she meant. If not, then I'm like, is he sitting like his feet are over you, then he's sitting on like the middle part of the couch? Because I'm like, that should have raised the flag right there. That's not normal. But anyways, then she goes on to say, and he was just casually playing with my hair, which I actually really love more than I thought I ever would. Very soothing. Then about a week ago, I guess he thought I was asleep before I was, because he tucked a blanket over me and then he gave me a little kiss on the forehead. Now, this is the first time he kissed me. Like I said, he's very casually physical, affectionate with everyone, and he doles out kisses on the cheek to everyone like they're nothing. However, this is very different, much more intimate and loving, and I liked it. Like, I really liked it. Oh, well then, here you go. Then you're good. Like, I thought this was gonna be weird for you, but it's not weird, so you good. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Like, but no, let's read it, because there's still more to read. There's actually a lot more to read, so to the point where I've literally been pretending to fall asleep sooner than I'm ready to actually sleep, in hopes he'll do it again, which he has been. He sometimes strokes my cheek or my hair a little bit to which, oh my god, that's even better. It sounds like you like the guy, so like I don't even understand like what if there's a problem. I feel like it's going to just hit me with a twist, like he full on licked my forehead. Like I feel like that's going to be the last part. I haven't read the last part yet, but I feel like it's just going to lead into something just really weird that's going to really throw you all off. But so I don't really know what this means. I consider myself mostly straight, not too sure how he identifies, but as far as I'm aware, he's been with both men and women in about equal numbers. I don't know if this is a thing of me being attracted to him. Like, he's objectively good looking in a way I'd call pretty rather than handsome, but I've never thought about if he's attractive or what, but like, I'd really kinda be okay with it. Like, if he started giving me these little forehead kisses while I'm awake too, I don't know how to describe it. It's very comforting, very soothing. However, as I've mentioned, I was raised in a context where physical affection like that was pretty rarity and pretty much only reserved for when something bad happened or I was upset. How do I approach him about this without it being weird? I should have just read. I didn't even know like that last part, that like the brief summary thing, but let him know how you feel about him and see where it goes. If you like him, then let him know. Why I keep okay, I was like, man, why I keep pressing Q? But anyways, let him know. And if he continues, he probably likes you back, but if not, then he doesn't. Just see how he overall feels. Comment, send, next story. Update my BF. It's like, so I don't know if that's boyfriend or I think that is like boyfriend, but it has like a B and then a slash and then an F. So I don't know, but it's inconsistent in bed and it's starting to bother me. Huh. And it starts off with, oh, so it's let's read the first one and then let's read the second one. 50% of the time we have mind-blowing sex, and oh, this is what that is. It looks like they broke up. If you are happy with this breakup, good, but I am not going to read this because I'm trying to keep it PG for everybody. But anyways, next one. How do I get my ex to understand? Understand what? All right, let's definitely read this. 2 weeks ago, just before my sleep got locked down, my husband, the stepdad to my kids, punched my son. Oh. Wow. And he's the stepdad. Yeah. How old is this? I don't even care how old the son is. But like, I would, yeah. That's, wow. So that's why I'm like, step parents, they ain't, I don't think step parents should have any power or control like that. Like, if I were to have kids by another woman but married a woman and she whooped, slapped, hit my kids in some sort of way, I'm like, no, she has to go. I'm like, you can talk to them and then talk to me and then I would handle the situation best way I can. But yeah, I don't really believe in step parents hitting kids. Like, a step parent had one time to hit me and I'm like, well, that's it. It's like, we just gonna have to fight at this point. Like, I'm like, kid or not. I'm like, no, I'm doing something to this guy to let him know that ain't gonna slide. Like, you're not my actual parent. I don't know. I just feel like that's a rule with step parents. You should not hit another person's kid. Like, take care of them, do whatever you possibly can to be there for the child. But you've reached to the point where that child is never going to respect you. And it seemed like that there is never any respect before prior. So that's why I'm like, earn that kid's respect and you won't have to worry about you and this step kid getting into it one day. But anyways, so yeah, she said 2 weeks ago, just before the city locked down, my husband, the stepdad to my kids, punched my son. So I immediately kicked him out and I feel 100% certain in my choices as he crossed an uncrossable boundary. No, he did. He did. Every few days, he texts me saying I just kicked him out, and he never looked back, begging to tell me. So every few days, she said every few days. I'm saying, guess she meant like every few days. He texts me saying I just kicked him out, and he never looked back and begging me, telling me he can change. Basically, he's accusing me of quitting on our marriage. How do I get him to understand it's not about me or my feelings, but it's just about my son and my responsibilities to my son? By the way, I don't recommend your personal life blowing up and then immediately going into quarantine. Wait a minute, what? I don't recommend your personal life blowing up and then immediately going on quarantine. I don't even know what that last part meant, but no, he needs to how do I get my, just every time he contacts you telling him to take him back, let him know that you crossed the line with my kids that you shouldn't have crossed. I feel like I need to say more. I can't just say it like that. How would it make him feel if somebody did that to him? It's if you want to take him back, he has to gain the trust of the kids first and do right by them. But if you don't want to take him back, that is okay. He shouldn't have put his hands on your child. Period. Comment. Sin. Yeah, I'm like, no, she gotta go. Quarantine night. You can't be in this house if you're gonna be hitting my kids. So I'm like, yep, pack your stuff. You gotta go. But anyways, oh wow, this one looks really crazy. Went for a tire change. Found a tractor under my car placed by my roommate. How do I go about this? So she says, I'm a 25 female. My roommate is a 34 male. See, now if they do that, if they have it in the story, I'm cool with that. But when they put it in the title and then they're expecting me to read the title like, found our roommate, male 24, and I'm trying to like read that off. Yeah, I'm like that. I now understand it, but at first it was a little bit confusing. But if I started off like this, where it had it in the story itself, then I'm like, okay, dope. But anyways, I moved to a new town last year. Only knew one person, stayed with her for a bit until I found a house to rent, but I needed a roommate. She introduced me to a guy she worked with who also needed a roommate because he just got divorced. I met him first, didn't get weird vibes, seemed nice enough. About 6 months ago, he made the suggestion to be friends with benefits, and I made the stupid mistake of agreeing. We both did not want a relationship. Everything was fine until he started getting weird and staying up until I got home, questioning me about where I had been and who I was around. I then ended the hooking up. Told him I didn't think it was like that. He got mad. Everything was fine for a bit until yesterday. Yeah. I see, here's the thing, because that friends with benefits stuff, for those that don't know what friends with benefits, I'm pretty sure if you are of age, then you know, but for the kids that most likely will view this one day and you don't overall know what friends with benefits are, you can search it up. But if you wanted to hear it from me, friends with benefits is pretty much when you engage in sexual activities with this person, but y'all are not in a relationship. You guys are overall just friends, but with relationship benefits. The sexual part are the benefits, period. So yeah, I hope that it helped you guys. But yeah, overall, a briefer summary. You guys are doing it, but y'all are not boyfriend and girlfriend. It doesn't even matter. Y'all are not boyfriend and girlfriend, okay? So For the kids out there that just don't know. But I feel like everybody has to know that. They made a whole movie surrounding it. And that movie, I don't know about that movie. I watched it and I'm like, it was okay. It overall ended with everybody being in a relationship. So I'm like, what was, then this movie should just be called Relationship. Like, you confused me with that one. But anyways, okay, like now moving back onto the story. I live in a pretty rural area where most businesses are small and family owned. Since not a lot of people are getting out, I decided to go ahead and get some new tires and support a mechanic shop I go to. Since I doubt they're getting regular business at the moment, I'm there waiting when the guy comes over and tells me he wants to show me something. I'm like, okay, we go over to my car. He bends down and points under a black box. He asked if I knew what this is and tells me it's a GPS. It took me a second to understand the implications of GPS under my car. I was like, so someone put it there? It's clear I have no idea why it's there, and he got actually concerned and told me if I didn't know, I needed to find out. I feel so creeped out, but I have no friends here. The friend I knew moved away. I only know some people at work, but we're not friends, and it's been hard to meet people. There's no other way a GPS will be on my car unless my roommate put it there. Now I'm freaked out in a way I've never been before, and I can't move out. I'm scared to ask him about it. I have no one to stay with, no family here. What do I do? Do I ask him about it outright? I left the GPS there because I don't want him to know at the moment. What do I do? Dang, when did she post this? 3 hours ago. Why you gotta be like on these throwaway accounts? Like, man, they said don't create these throwaway accounts. Like, but maybe she's doing that. Start playing your exit, document everything. Yeah. I don't know. See, that's where I'm like, maybe she should call a cop, tell him to wait outside, and then confront the man. But like have it where you're wearing a wire, like you're setting him up, because that is weird. That is weird. No doubt about it. If I found out somebody GPSed me and things, I'm like, I don't even know you like that. See, it's like stuff like that you don't really have to worry. Well, I mean, no, you do, because this person might be crazy and might be trying to kill you and things. So, things that's on my like contact a lawyer in your area. See, that's the thing though. People be trying to do stuff the legal way, but I'm like, nah, like at some points you just gotta make like a decision right then and there. Like that's what I'm like, people are saying like I don't know, like I would want to call the cops and tell them, but then yeah, it's yeah. I don't know, like if you have the money to stay on your own at this place, maybe call the cops and tell them but I don't even know if they can do anything about that. See, if you can but yeah, if you have the money to stay at your own place, find another place to be at, get rid of the GPS, and drop all contact with this person. To really be safe, move back with your family if you need to. Like, it's better to be safe than sorry. Comment, send. Cause yeah, that's weird, bro. I don't know why people have been like, or just act like that. Like, y'all don't be seeing them like Fatal Attraction type movies. People die at the end of those movies, and it's usually the crazy one because they're so caught up in being crazy. So yeah, I ain't seen one too many of them Fatal Attraction movies. I just seen one the other day. Like, the guy did get pretty messed up at the end. He got shot in an axe to the leg. I don't want to say that to scare anybody, but I'm saying, like, this stuff can be prevented if people would just stop acting crazy. Like, it ain't that serious. Like, it's just, I'm like, yeah, you gotta chill out, bruh. You gotta really chill out. But this next one, isolation has led to my roommate and me routinely cuddling. So that's why I'm like, people, they be all like, oh, like, I don't know what any of this stuff means. It means a relationship is forming up. Like, accept it. But anyways, so she goes on to, or no, my roommate, okay, so, and wait. Oh, so these are both guys. Oh, okay, so one's, yeah, 25 male, then the other one's a 23 male. Oh, okay, okay. But yeah, a relationship is starting. Accept it. Like if you're not attracted to men, then yeah, like let them know that and things. I don't know. I couldn't do something like that. I'm like, if it's a woman, yes, but like if this is a roommate of mine, I'm like, bro, what you doing? Get off me. Like that's no. You better grab a pillow or something that's worth like like you cuddle with. But I'm not cuddling with you. I'm sorry, but that's just not gonna go down. But anyways, they go on to say, I've been living with my roommate for a year. We just renewed our lease for another year. He was a friend of a friend, and I need to get out of an abusive situation, so I moved in with him without really knowing him. He could be a hard man to know, and he's naturally very quiet to the point with a cold face. He's naturally large and athletic as well. I was a bit intimidated and scared of him, I'll admit, but he's helped me out getting me back on my feet after my ex, despite his stoic face. I think that's how you say that word. STOIC. I think that's stoic. I think that's how you say it. But anyways, he's a warm and protective friend. Our state on a 24/7 plague lockdown. Basically, only essential businesses are open. Both of us are working from home, and the weather has been bad, so we can't even go out for a 6-foot apart walk. We're the only human contact each other has had for what feels like months. It has been feeling like it's a while. Like, it's only been a few weeks, but I'm like, dang, man, when is this stuff gonna clear up? But anyways, last week we watched a movie together in the living room, and I fell asleep. I woke up with him asleep on me, asleep on his chest. Wait, I woke up with him asleep and me asleep on his oh, okay. I was like, so wait a minute, what? Like, how is that how are y'all both sleeping on each other's chest? Like, that's what I got. Now I was like, how is that even possible? But this opened the floodgates of him seeking me out to cuddle and sleeping literally in bed. We've never talked about it, and he's the one who initiates. My feelings are all jumbled up, and I feel like I'm taking advantage of him wanting to be around people during this time. ETA, some of you seem confused. I'm openly gay. I have no idea about my roommate. He's never dated for as long as I've known him. Yeah, so yeah, if he, like, I don't know, I will bring that up and then see, but, yeah, if it's like, if he is, then something might start here. It's like, ask him, see how he feels. If he's not gay, then you are probably a good friend in his eyes. And if he is, then he might be trying to lead this into something. Period. Comment. Send. I don't know why. It's like people be so confused when stuff like that be, oh, this one, wife of 10 years caught cheating. Dang. So, wow, that's messed up, man. I feel for people. Well, I mean, I ain't never been cheated on, but still, though, it's just, it's messed up. I feel like, but no, the heartbreak pain, I feel it, bro. It happens. It happens. Just keep busy. Keep your mind focused on something besides her. But anyways, let's see where he goes with this. I don't know. Like me, I feel like 10 years of commitment, then you pull some stuff like that, a divorce might come up. A divorce might really come up. But anyways, goes on to say, so I need some advice, some serious advice. I'm a 29-year-old male. For the past week, I felt something was off about my wife, acting a little odd. I don't really know how to explain it, but I had a gut feeling something was going on. I woke up early to sign on to work and just felt compelled to look through her phone. Something that I do not do. I found out that my wife has been sleeping with a guy for a week now and found pics and messages on Snapchat. I am distraught. Yeah, that's messed up, man. I told her, so he goes on to say, I told her immediately that I want a divorce. All day she's been crying and begging me to stay with her. I just don't think I could ever trust her again. Problem is have a 7-year-old girl together. My daughter is the love of my life, and I really don't want her to suffer at all. Has anyone on here gone through this before? Do you have advice? I love my wife, but I honestly don't think I can ever be with her anymore. Maybe because it's the first day and I can't get those images out of my head. I don't know. I am confused and I am scared. Any help would be appreciated. Then he goes on to say, so she said because someone gave her some attention, that was only physical, nothing emotional. To bring more to the story, the past 3 years she has suffered from extreme anxiety. She couldn't work, couldn't drive, and would rarely help around the house. I helped her through those years and finally got her to drive again 2 months ago. I got her a job and then helped her realize everything that is going on in her head. Honestly think she did it because she can, that she finally got some independence and went wild. I'm not making excuses for her. I just understand it doesn't make it hurt less. So you have helped her out, beat this anxiety problem, for her to turn around on you and cheat. I feel like her crying was her realizing she made a massive mistake, because if you did all of those things for her just for her to turn around and cheat on you because you wasn't, quote, physically, unquote, there for her, I don't know. It might be best to leave, but if you care a lot about being a family, just make sure she doesn't do something like this again, and have her build that trust up. Now it's her turn to be there for you. Yeah, because that's overall, that's oh, wait a second. I ain't left. Yeah, cancel. What? Oh my gosh. Why would it do that? I swear. Oh, okay. It left a comment. I was like, man, I just left this long comment and then the thing just canceled out and didn't even allow me to comment it. I was like, bro, I'm going to snap. Just left that long comment and I gotta type it up all over again. Whoa, wait a minute. What? This one, my boyfriend and I have had an argument how I clean her women parts. Yeah. Huh. That is, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I'm kind of curious, but at the same time, I don't really want to read anything that's just going to overall, it's not going to sound right. I'm looking at some of the things, and it sounds like she's allergic to a lot of products. I definitely would maybe contact a doctor if that's the case. Yeah, that's not normal, but anyways, my girlfriend's mother takes advantage of me. Well, let's read this. My girlfriend's mother is a total psycho. I know many of you experience this, and it's not my first run-in with crazy parents, but she takes the cake to give some info. This will be as unbiased as possible to allow you to form your own opinions. Also note that girlfriend's mother refuses to let her do anything if it didn't benefit her. So no car, no license, and no job. Her mother makes her stay home and clean the house all day while she goes out on dates with multiple guys and brings sometimes 2 home a day. There's also an 8-year-old boy in the house. Wait a minute, what? So, so the mom, I was all like, bro, that's not your girlfriend. You just said that she's cheating on you if she's bringing home 2 guys home a day. Huh. Wow. That's crazy. That's what the mom is doing. And then the 8-year-old, wow. So yeah, that's crazy. Recently though, especially with so he goes on to say, recently though, especially with everything going on with COVID-19, she has been taking advantage of my relationship with her daughter to benefit herself. Last night was the final straw. She wanted to bring a guy she had just met into their house and demanded that I come get her daughter and son and keep them out of the house until the next day. I'm being somewhat sane, obviously refused. She then proceeded to absolutely slam me to my girlfriend, telling me I was a POS and will never be able to take care of and provide for her. I'm like, no, I am, but I'm just not going on your time. I'm not going to be taking care of her and things. You bring it up like, yeah, I'm like, no, I'm like, no, I was like, you know what? You got responsibilities. You got a kid there. I'm like, and a daughter. So I'm like, yeah, don't try to throw your responsibilities on me because you want to go out and have fun with these guys and stuff. I'm like, that ain't normal. So I'm like, definitely, I don't know. I feel like at 19, because how old was my sister? My sister, yeah, I think she was watching me when I was, how old? Yeah, she was. Because I was, okay, so when she was 19, 7 years. So I was like 12 or 12, 13. No, I was 12. So, yeah, my sister was watching me then. I mean, I wasn't an 8-year-old kid, but, I mean, my sister was younger than that and was watching me when I was 8 and stuff. So, yeah, I'm like, don't put this blame on me. So, on multiple occasions, she has made me pay for everyone's meal, including her own, and will order quite generously. Despite me not making that much money, if I don't pay, she will just walk out and then leave me with the bill. Wow. That's crazy. That mom, that's some crazy stuff. But perhaps my favorite example is when she asked me for gas money to go get her son from Illinois, to which of course I obliged because I like her son a lot. Then of him, and think of him as a brother. I even offered to go get him myself, which she refused. The next day I find out she took the money, left her son in Illinois, and went to spend the weekend with the guy she met on Tinder. When I asked for my $30 back, she flat out refused. Wow. That is crazy. Yo, that mom, I would definitely never do anything for that mom. I'm like, I told the daughter, I'm like, look, I'm cool with you. If you want to continue on this relationship, that's cool too. But I'm not doing anything for your moms. That's just facts. Like, and if you want to end the relationship, okay, I understand. Parents come first, but I'm not going to be in like a double relationship where I'm supporting your mom and you at the same time. The brother, I don't care, because it's like he's an 8-year-old kid. He can't do anything. But yeah, if I just called this 8-year-old kid up or somehow came in contact with him, or someone told me he's still out in Illinois, ain't nobody picked him up from the school and stuff. Yeah, I definitely would have I've been a little bit upset about that, and that probably would have been the I don't know, I probably wouldn't have let it gone that far, but yeah, that's messed up. That's very messed up. I definitely would have to I wouldn't do anything for her anymore after that. I'm like, nope, you are on your own, pal. So therefore, the mom's 37. I'm like, yeah, there's a job out there for you. You can work there. I don't care if you're a WWE wrestler, but you're not getting any money from me. I'm sorry, but you have to realize that that's not cool when you're asking your daughter's boyfriend to do things for you. Like, I would not mind, but if it's stuff like that, yeah, it's something that I would have to come out and do myself. But if she's like, if it was, I don't know, if it was like if she really did need to go to Illinois and things, I'd probably be like, oh yeah, sure. And if I offered and she's refused, I'm like, something don't seem right. But if I offered and she was like, yeah, sure, then that's giving me the clear, like, okay, like, an 8-year-old kid is out in Illinois right now that needs to be picked up. But wow, and then she refused to give you your money back. So I like, okay, well, that's the last thing I'm doing for her. So at every turn, if I don't provide for her, I'm a terrible boyfriend, older brother, son, etc. And since her family is the way it is, my girlfriend listens to her mother's opinion because she was raised in a controlling and manipulative environment, which her mother is always right. I'm not sure how I continue to support my girlfriend without endorsing and encouraging her mother's bad habits. In addition, how am I supposed to create a lasting relationship if her mother will not let her out of the house? Yeah, and I don't know if he has a place to stay. See, that's the thing. Like, it gets to a point where you have to like realize like the things that they're doing wrong. Like, you have to realize that at some point. I'm not trying to say that her mom is wrong and stuff. She might be right on some things, but to treat somebody like that, to treat your daughter's boyfriend like that, it sounds like she is trying to get rid of you, so she doesn't have to overall worry about nothing. You sound like a good guy. I'm not gonna deny that. You sound like a really cool dude. Somebody that can be motivational and idolized in a young person's mind. For an example, the 8-year-old kid. You see this kid as a brother. You're really interested in the girlfriend and stuff, so I would imagine, maybe you like her a lot, or you might at some point in time now love her. But yeah, you want to create a lasting relationship. That sounds good. I don't know what you want to take it as far as that. If you want to go as far as marriage, then okay. But yeah, I'm like, that's I don't know. I think I would try my hardest to convince her, like, hey, this whole thing. I would talk to the girlfriend. I would talk to the girlfriend first and see how she feels about living with you. You sound like a good person, but the mom needs to understand that you are not her boyfriend too, and she needs to provide for herself. It's like, if your girlfriend agrees on living with you, then cool. It might ruin the relationship with her mom, but that might have to be a chance she has to take. I feel like there's definitely more I have to say. I feel like there's more. It's building up. I'm still thinking on some things, but I don't know. Like there's more. I don't know. I feel like I should just leave it at that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and comment that. I'm gonna save it just in case he updates it. And it looks like some more coronavirus stuff. Let's read this one. How do you tell a woman she isn't being the woman you need in a relationship? Huh. Let's read this one. Let's read this. So he's a 29-year-old male. She's a 24-year-old female. We've been together for 5 years now. We have a 1-year-old son. I pay all the bills in the house, and she takes her money and focus on her necessities. I think that's how you say that word. And things she would like to buy for our son. Since she had our son, she doesn't do anything. I mean, before she had him, at least she tried to contribute around the house. But now she doesn't clean, she doesn't cook. She literally sits in the bed or on the couch, watch TV all day. She may change his pamper once throughout the day and give him a bath because of the quarantine. We were all stuck in the house together. But for the last year, I've been the cook every day, and I have been cleaning not just behind the baby, but her. She would drink juice out of a cup in the living room, won't walk 15 feet to put it in the sink or dishwasher. But she orders me around like crazy. Babe, he's actually saying what she would say, but babe, go get me some cookies. Babe, bring me some juice. Babe, bring me a blanket. I'm cold. Babe, the baby is up. Go get him and watch him. This is all day. Yeah, I'm like, I definitely about like, I mean, you can do this. Like, overall, when you have a baby, your legs just don't stop working. So, I mean, we're in this together. I agreed. Like, I would imagine that we're in this together. We're not, doing this like I'm doing this for 20 years and then you decide to do it for 20 years and then like, no, I'm like, no, we're in this together. So come on, we get up, like we all doing this together. We're a family. So anyways, so he says, So when I get tired and say I'm gonna go upstairs for a nap and I'm playing a game or just have some me time, it's a red flag to her. You're cheating. I know it. You can't be alone. You have to be where I can see you. I'm tired of this. How do I confront her about this? Because the times I've tried on the past, she says no because you don't do things like I want them done. Okay, then you. Oh my. That's stressful, man. That's very stressful. But maybe I'm wrong for saying this, but if you want things done right by you, then maybe you should get up and do them. I'm only human, and I do things to the best of my ability. Yeah, I'd definitely be all like, okay, well, if I don't do things, that's why I'll do stuff like halfway. And then when she starts doing things, then that's when I'll give stuff my 110%. And then when she stops, then I'm going to stop. Yeah, I might have to tell him that. Like, when, if you're overall doing things, do stuff, like, give it, like, half of it. So, like, if she, like me, I probably would do some petty things, like, where she does that. Me, I would probably leave. Like, so if, like, let's say for an example, she's at the couch, right? Has me bring her some juice just to leave the cup next to the couch. Then that's when I would put, instead of like 15 feet into the sink or dishwasher, I will give it that halfway point. What's half of 15? I don't even know what half of 15 is, but I definitely get like halfway to that point and then put it there. So if it's 16 feet, then 8 feet in that halfway point. So that's what I would do. And then if the diaper needs to be changed, just take the diaper, throw it away, then just have the baby just run freely butt naked around the place that you guys are living at. Like me, I'll do some things and I'll let her know, like, hey, like, we're in this together. This ain't no I do everything and you do one of everything. So, one of some things. Like, it's you, come on, like, we're in this together. But anyways, my breaking point was last night and this morning. Last night I was going to take the trash out. It was around 6, almost getting dark. She stops me at the door and says, "You're not going anywhere. I can't see you." Wow. That's crazy. So she's like, she overall expects you to do everything. Maybe that's her way of like watching you. That's forcing you to do stuff and things. But that's crazy. Like, if you're not cheating on her, then there's nothing to worry about. But if you are, then yeah. But it's like, did you cheat on her in the past? Or that's why I had to sit down and like talk to a person. I had to get Dr. Phil on a person and be like, yo, what's going on? Like, why are you acting like this? What's the deal? What's the problem? But then she said, I said I'm just taking the trash out so the baby diapers don't stink up the house. She says, leave your phone, put on 2 pairs of shorts, and take the baby. I'm like, why? No, I have not cheated or been dishonest in any way to this relationship or her. I'm going less than 50 feet away to throw trash out. She gets all angry and throws a fit. So I take the baby and do as she asks and leave my phone on the counter to take the trash out. I get back in the house. She's sitting on the couch watching a show called Good Girls, but literally isn't doing anything else. Wow. That's wow. If like, okay, she's confronting you about stuff like that, then you definitely have the right to confront her about the things she's doing. So then he says, this morning I wake up around 7, the baby was crying. I look over, she's on social media not moving and saying the baby is crying. You should get him. Wow. That is some crazy stuff. I definitely have been like, look, I'm not cheating on you and I never will. But this relationship, in order for it to proceed and go on to maybe a marriage and possibly more of a family, you're going to have to put in your work too. Like, I'm not going to be doing everything. Like, that ain't even cool. Like, our baby is crying, could be having some sort of issue, and you over here scrolling through social media. Yeah, I'm like, that's the type of stuff that definitely will make me angry, to the point where pettiness, I've went past that level, and now I'm full on mad. Like, I definitely had to, like, like, hey, we are, like, once again, in this together. So I get up and make him a bottle and bring him back to our room to play. He's in the bed playing and all. It's around 9:30 or 10. She rolls over and says, "Babe, I'm hungry." I said, "I just spent $400 on groceries for..." Dang. Huh. $400 on groceries. Like, you guys must... What kind of... Like, do you wait until, like, everything is gone and then that's when, like, you use everything down to the seasoning? I have never seen somebody, like, all the times, okay, like, just growing up, like, seeing how my family shops and groceries and all that stuff, it's been, like, a little over 100 or, like, less than 100, but it's never been 400. Like, dang. Maybe because of this quarantine stuff and that's why, but... Then I said, I just spent 400 on groceries. Can you cook something? She gets mad for about 5 minutes and don't say anything and says, but why can't you cook? I said, I have a migraine. I've been taking care of the baby. Can you please cook? So she says no and starts pointing my head with her fingers saying, I'm hungry, babe. So eventually I get up to keep peace and cook. After I cooked, she ate and called me back downstairs and said, babe, I need you to put the dishes up. Like, I looked at her and just walked away. I'm fed up and I'm tired of this, but every time I bring it to her attention, she has excuses as to why she doesn't do anything. She's teaching me how to do things right is her main excuse. Like, how and what do I do at this point? It's ridiculous. She calls me on the phone or scream at me knowing I'm working from home and I have a ton of Skype meetings just to cut a light on while she's in the room or cut a fan on or bring her water. Like, I'm tired of this. This is how I should be treating a relationship. I treat her like a queen. I feel degenerate. I feel like a degenerate. Like, I love her, but what should I do? What is the first? Why are you enabling this behavior? Like, I would do things halfway if I was you to show her that how you're acting isn't cool, and I'm overall not going to do anything. Like, and to think that you're cheating because you're taking out the trash. I would sit her down, show her my phone, and tell her that I'm only interested in you, but you're making it hard by the way you are acting. Overall, you need to have a intervention with her and tell her about her problems. Hopefully it goes good in the future. Good luck, bro. Comment, send, save, because I want to know what's going to happen in the future. But anyways, that will be all for today. Thank you guys for watching. I always think like I'm past an hour. Then when I go back check to go back to the program I'm recording on, it's never an hour. So I'm like, dang, like I want one day to just be past an hour and stuff with this. Like I should read another story, but no, I like playing a little game with myself. Like I like to read a bunch of stories and then be like, okay, I know I'm past an hour. Then when I go back and see, then overall, yeah, I've pretty much lost. But once when that day does come and I'm gone past an hour, then cool. But it feels like 50 minutes is my max now. But yeah, anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you're viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe if you're watching this on a podcast streaming service. If you are purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss and it will knock $20 off your first purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.